Listen up, folks, because if there's one thing that's more predictable than rain in London, it's the British tabloids spinning their latest fairy tale about Prince Harry crawling back to the royal fold. Every single week. Yes, you heard that right. Every damn week. These rags dust off their crystal balls and conjure up this delusional fantasy where Harry ditches his sunny California life to become the ultimate scapegoat for the tax-paid royals. It's hilarious, isn't it? Like, who needs Netflix when you've got the Daily Mail serving up this recycled drama on a silver platter? They're obsessed, utterly fixated on a man who's slammed the door in their faces 1,000 times over. But hey, denial isn't just a river in Egypt. It's the murky Thames these media vultures swim in. And this week, oh boy, they're at it again, shining like the tarnished crowns they worship. Prince Harry is out there standing on business, building his empire far from the palace intrigue, but these useless tabloids, they're too busy playing make-believe to notice. Let's dive into this absurdity, shall we? Buckle up. It's going to be a wild, unfiltered ride through the land of media madness. First off, let's paint the picture of this so-called fantasy. The British press loves nothing more than imagining Harry slinking back to the UK, tail between his legs, ready to absorb all the flack for the rest of the family. You know, the ones who live off taxpayer money while pretending to wave from balconies like it's still the 19th century. Harry's return would save the monarchy, they screech in their headlines. He's the spare we need to fix everything. Spare me the nonsense. These stories aren't journalism. They're fan fiction written by bitter hacks who can't let go of the good old days when the royals were untouchable gods. But Harry's not playing. He's said no in interviews, in books, in every subtle and not so subtle way possible. Remember Spare? That wasn't just a memoir, it was a mic drop. Yet here we are another Monday, and the tabloids are churning out articles like, "Insiders say Harry regrets Megxit, reunion imminent." Insiders, please. These insiders are probably the same interns making tea in the newsroom, dreaming up quotes over their lukewarm brews. What gets me is the sheer obsession. How can grown adults, supposedly professional journalists, be this fixated on one guy's life choices? Harry's moved on, folks. He's got Archewell, Invictus Games, deals with streaming giants, and a family life that's thriving without the constant scrutiny of Buckingham Palace's PR machine. But the British media, they're like that ex who won't stop texting at 3 a.m, begging for another chance. Come back, Harry. We need you to distract from our scandals. It's pathetic. And let's not forget the undertone here. They want him as the scapegoat, the fall guy, the one who takes the heat so the real royals, the ones with the crowns and the cash from public purses, can keep their hands clean. Taxpayers foot the bill for security, palaces and all that pomp, but heaven forbid the media points fingers at the institution itself. No, let's blame Harry for everything from low poll numbers to the weather. Take this week's drivel, for instance. Some rag, won't name names because they're all interchangeable blobs of ink, ran a piece claiming Harry's homesick and plotting a secret return. Homesick? The guy's got a mansion in Montecito, beaches and freedom. If anyone's sick, it's these writers nursing their hangovers from royal Kool-Aid. They trot out the same tired experts, ex-butlers, distant cousins, and royal commentators who've never met Harry but act like they're his therapists. He's isolated, he's unhappy. Meghan Sussex is controlling him. Oh, give it a rest. Meghan Sussex? She's a powerhouse, building brands and advocating for causes while these tabloids reduce her to a villain in their twisted narrative. But Harry's not budging. He's standing firm on business, as the kids say, proving that life outside the firm is not just possible, it's preferable. And boy, does that burn them up. The media's denial is epic. They've built an entire industry on royal gossip, and Harry's exit pulled the rug out from under them. No more exclusive scoops from palace leaks. Now they're scraping the bottom of the barrel for crumbs. So what do? Invent fantasies, weekly, like clockwork. It's not journalism, it's obsession bordering on stalking. Imagine if this were anyone else, a celebrity, a politician, heck, your neighbor, harassing them non-stop about returning to a toxic job they quit. You'd call the cops. But because it's Harry and the royals, it's news. Useless tabloids indeed. They're not informing the public, they're peddling escapism for people who romanticize the monarchy, like it's a Disney movie. Newsflash, it's not. It's an outdated institution sucking up public funds, while the country deals with real issues like cost of living crises and NHS waits. Let's get real for a second. Why this fixation on Harry as the scapegoat? Because he's the perfect distraction. The royals, the tax-paid ones, have their own mess. Scandals involving uncles, health dramas, and a king who's more meme than monarch. But instead of holding them accountable, the media pivots to Harry. If only he came back, everything would be fine. No, it wouldn't. Harry's departure exposed the cracks, the racism, the rigidity, the refusal to evolve. He and Meghan Sussex called it out, and for that they're vilified. The tabloids can't handle that truth, so they spin yarns about reconciliation. Family reunion on the horizon, they blare. Horizon? More like the edge of a flat earth these conspiracy theorists believe in. I mean, come on, Harry's told them no in every language short of semaphore. In Spare, he laid it all bare. The backstabbing, the leaks, the emotional toll. In interviews with Oprah, Anderson Cooper, you name it, he's been crystal clear. I'm out, and I'm staying out. Even his body language screams it. Relaxed, confident. Not the tense prince of old. But denial's a powerful drug for these media addicts. They ignore the facts because facts don't sell papers. Fantasy does. And this fantasy? It's got all the elements. Drama, betrayal, a prodigal son return. Except Harry's no prodigal. He's the smart one who left the feast before it turned sour. Speaking of which, let's talk about the economic angle. Because these royals aren't cheap. Taxpayers shell out millions for their lifestyles. Security for the whole clan, renovations on crumbling estates, jets to climate summits where they preach green living. Harry's self-funding now, paying his own way, but the media paints him as the ungrateful one. Ungrateful? For what? Enduring years of being the spare while his family threw him under the bus? The obsession reveals more about the media than Harry. They're desperate to prop up the monarchy because without it, what are they? Just gossip rags competing with TikTok influencers. And, oh, don't get me started on how they drag Meghan Sussex into it. Every single story twists her into the puppet master, the supposed reason Harry's straying, as if a strong, independent woman is somehow the ultimate threat. These tabloids are absolutely obsessed with her too, her style, her projects, her very existence. But you know what? She's thriving, launching American Riviera Orchard, advocating for mental health, all while raising 2 kids away from the spotlight. Harry's partner in crime, literally building a better life together. Yet the media just loves to fantasize about splitting them up, bringing Harry back solo as the obedient scapegoat. It's sexist, it's racist, it's honestly everything wrong with British press culture. No filters here. They're vile, these so-called journalists hiding behind freedom of the press while spewing hate. Week after week the cycle repeats. Monday, Harry's return rumors heat up. Tuesday, expert says reconciliation possible. By Friday, it's Harry snubs family, again. Then rinse and repeat, right? It's exhausting, but they just keep going because, well, clicks equal cash. Harry's the gift that keeps on giving, even from afar. But he's not biting. Standing on business means prioritizing his well-being, his family, his causes. Invictus Games. That's Harry making a real difference, not just waving from a carriage. Archwell. Philanthropy without the palace strings attached. The tabloids can dream all they want, but reality's knocking and it's saying move on. If I sound harsh, good, because this obsession is seriously unhealthy. It's like watching a bad rom-com where the stalker thinks persistence is romantic. Harry's said no, respect it. But yeah, respect isn't in their vocabulary. They're too busy shining in their echo chambers, patting each other on the back for scoops that are pure fiction. Useless, absolutely. Tabloids like these aren't news. They're just noise, drowning out real stories with royal fluff. Now imagine if Harry did come back. What then? He'd be the scapegoat extraordinaire, blamed for every misstep while the tax-paid royals hide behind him. Harry's fault the polls are down. Harry caused the rift. No thanks. He's smarter than that. And the media knows it deep down, which is probably why their fantasies get wilder each week. Denial's not just a river, it's their lifeline. But let's flip the script for a second. What if the media actually focused on real issues? Like, why are taxpayers funding this circus? Or how the monarchy could modernize without relying on scapegoats? Nah, that'd require real journalism, not this obsessive drivel. Instead, they cling to Harry like a life raft in their sinking ship of irrelevance. As we wrap this up, just remember, Prince Harry's not coming back. He's forged his own path, and honestly, it's brighter than any crown. The British media's fantasy? It's just that, a dream they'll wake from eventually, hungover and alone. But until then, let them have their fun, these useless tabloids. We'll be over here, laughing at the absurdity. Boy oh boy, what a show. In the end, this weekly ritual says everything about the media's desperation and absolutely nothing about Harry's resolve. He's free. They're trapped in their own delusions. Time to turn the page, or better yet, recycle those rags. The monarchy might be tax-paid, but Harry's priceless independence is the real crown jewel. And that's the tea, unfiltered and steaming hot.